This is Key Academy. Um, so I have I've been looking at Dogecoin. I think when I woke up in the morning, and I saw that we might have some possible sells to this block or to these lows here to the downside, since we are still bearish, right? According to this retracement, so expecting to see some sells from that point to the downside. Then if we go to the daily time frame, if you go to the daily time frame, you'll see that we have retested into a specific key level. We have retested into an area where we're expecting a lower high to be formed, for price to form a lower low, or for price to fail to form a lower low and reverse to the upside, right? So what I've seen is that price seem to be respecting this fair value gap here at a level where we're expecting a lower high to be formed, because we can see that price was bullish from being high low, high low, high low. We are failing to create a high, which means we are failing to break above these highs, and it seems like price is trying to turn to this level, from this level to go to the downside, right? That's what price is doing. So high low, high low, high low. It seems like we are failing to break this level, and this might possibly happen, right? Why am I saying that? Is because when I go to smaller time frames, I've understood that there's a level around here like this. There's a level like this, right, where price is failing to push above, and this is kind of like happening, right? This is kind of like happening. So what we are trying to do right now is to capitalize out of this moves to the downside. I don't know if it makes sense. So it's a high low, high low. Failed to form a high, which is a huge sign of the reversal, and price might go to the downside. Same thing that is happening here. We have a high low, high low. It seems like we are failing. So let's come here and see if this scenario is it happening around here, right? So let me just go down to small time frames, and what we are seeing is that there's a high low, high, took liquidity here, and seems like price within this key level, price wants to push to the downside. Why am I saying price wants to push to the downside? Because price was going down, right, from this impulsive move to the downside, as you can see. Then we had a break, we had a high low. Then we are not forming a high. Price seems to be wanting to break below here and retest and go to the downside. So this movement is the movement that we're trying to catch, right? If this plays out, this is the movement that we are trying to catch. These are the cells that I'm trying to catch. These are the cells that I'm seeing on price, because price seems to be rejecting around here, right? Price seems to be rejecting around that specific area. You can see also this candlestick kind of like formed a double top of some sort, if you can see that. And this is a 4-hour time frame. So what we want to see is price to push nicely to the downside, push nicely, retest. That's a sign of a break of structure. That's a sign of price respecting this level and wanting to go to the downside. So that's the sell that I am looking forward to on, sorry about this. That's the sell that I'm looking forward to on um, Dogecoin, right? And also, if we want to support this, right, according to retail traders, this really looks like a head and shoulder. If you can peep it, you know, this really looks like a head and shoulder. You can see this is the shoulder, this is the head, this is the shoulder. So that's what's happening. But as we are looking at it from a point of understanding why price is turning and whatnot, right? Also, if we can look at it, there's a fair value gap here, which price seems to be rejecting from. You can see this candlestick are rejecting from that fair value gap. And also there's an inverse fair value gap there, which price is also rejecting from. So there's a fair value gap, inverse fair value gap. There's also this, you see this bullish candlestick that price broke below. That's an order block. That's a huge order block that price is retesting. So there's a lot of confluences that are supporting that price needs to reject from this level and go to the downside, right? There's a lot of confluences that are supporting that. Firstly is the daily fair value gap. Secondly is that fair value gap we saw into hour, is this order block, is the inverse fair value gap that we have seen. Thirdly, according to market structure, price seems to be failing to form a high because this was bullish. So price is failing to form a high. So by the turning point of the break of structure to the downside here, it's a confirmation of the reversal according to price action, which is nice. So there's a lot of confluences, and also looking at it from a high time frame, this is bearish, you know. So there's a lot of bearish confluences that are supporting this trade to play out. No wonder I'm looking for sells around that area to go to the downside, right? The problem with this trade, right, as much as it looks a bit clean, it looks good, the problem is that I can't enter this trade on Exness account, right? Exness account doesn't allow me to, let me remove this thing because I don't like a dirty scrub. So that's what we're looking forward to, just to explain a bit more. So expecting sales to take this lows or take this low or take this low. So because I believe that price might come to that level, right? So the problem with this trade is that I can't really enter it because the Exness account doesn't really allow to enter Dogecoin or mostly cryptocurrency pairs to the maximum, because I'm trying to max out in alignment with my risk to reward ratio, right? So I've decided to withdraw the money from this Exness. You remember from the initial amount it was $50, right? And we haven't entered any trades. So it was $50. I withdrew $20. So I'll take that $20 and I'll fund my derivative account. So this account is verified and everything. So I'll fund $20 here. So I'll have $30 here, and I'll have $20 on my derivative account. So derivative account, the reason I'm opening a derivative account is because I want to enter this type of setups, because Dogecoin has some nice structure, and I see some nice potential setups, in the future on derivative like this one that I've just presented here. So I want to also be involved in the Dogecoin. So that's why I funded my derivative account, or I took the $20 from the Exness account to fund the derivative account, because I don't want to take money from my bank account and fund and fund and fund. It's not nice to fund, guys. So I just want to use the capital that is already there and just capitalize out of it rather than funding and funding and funding. It's not nice to fund. So I'd rather spill the money. Fund here is still $50. It's still a $50 account. It's just that it's $20 on Derive, $30 on Exynos, but it's still $50, and the target is still $600, right? Um, so if we can make, like $300, $300+ on Derive, or and make $300+ on Exynos, that would be good. Which means the step one has been achieved. The goal is to make money, guys, and the goal is to make money in a smart way. So that's what I'm trying to do. And also the reason I'm splitting my account, the money into two accounts, is because um, I want to, because sometimes it can happen that you see high probability trades on two pairs. So I don't want to enter on the same account. So I want to divide it. Because let's take during a week, right? You can see a high probability trade on Tuesday, right? And enter it. And let's take it enters into profit, or 1:3 into profit, and you still want to hold it, and you see another potential trade setup. I don't want to enter that and enter again. I rather enter it in a different account, you know. So it's like I'm pushing two accounts at the same time, which is kind of nice. But the problem now is that from the two accounts, I just have to make sure that the first trades I take are very good, so that they can push the account up, so that I can have much more money to risk, more money to risk within the market. So at least if I can take $20 to at least $50 profit, $50 from the derivative account, that would be good. Or take the $30 into $70, that would be good. That would be a good start, right? That would be a very, very good start. And then from there we can, make more. We can make more money, because now we have more money to risk in the market, um, and to take more trades. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. That's what I've done. So don't be shocked to that now it's $30 and you think I charged the money. No, I didn't charge the money. It's still $50, but it's just separated. So yeah, just in short, I'm looking for sales here. I've withdrawn the money. It's gonna take 3 days to come. So I'm probably gonna miss this trade, which is sad, but it's fine, we'll get another trade. It's not like a lucky trade. We'll get another trade. Um, so yeah, these are the sales that I'm looking forward to on Dogecoin. Hope some of you can understand how these things are moving. As much as I'm dedicating my time in documenting my journey, I'm also trying to, you know create a community where I teach people, or we teach we teach each other, you know um so that we can make money, guys. The goal is to make money. So I'm just documenting my journey. I'm not a person who wants to be involved in selling courses. No, I don't want to do that. It's bad energy. I really don't want to sell courses. I just want to post my journey, document it, so that I can look back and say, okay, I come from that. It's a nice thing, because I'm also teaching myself how to become a better forex trader, documenting my journey, which is nice, you know, and enjoying the process, which is the most important part. So, if you're watching out there, you got this, just take it easy, dog, take it easy. It's gonna work out, it's gonna play out. Not profitable yet, but I think in the next year or months, I will be profitable. So, enough yapping. Thank you guys for watching. This is K2K Academy.